So I figured tonight, before we start Five Nights at Freddy's, we do a little reaction because thank you to a person on TikTok, I think it's Jose, gave me the idea to do a reaction to the FNAF trailer. But we'll start with the first one. We'll start with the first trailer.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, where fantasy and fun come to life.
Selected as Freddy's newest security guard.
It looks good.
We're going to have so much fun together.
God, okay. So a few things to take away from this. So like the red eyes that Bonnie has and Freddy has. Apparently, Blumhouse has come out and said that there will be different stages of colored eyes that the animatronics are going to have to indicate different states the animatronics are in. Like, we're going to just kind of bounce through this. Like, you got the VHS tape style. My thing is, I don't think we're going to get a direct one-to-one for Five Nights at Freddy's 1. I don't think we're going to get a direct one-to-one. Plus, the way that this room is laid out is not in the first FNAF. I love how they got it accurate. With the endoskeletons on the inside. I'm so happy they were like this close. But like, even like with the sign here, when it lights up, you can see there's vines growing all around it. You got the classic Celebrate poster. You got the security cams. Kind of looking at the security cams, that looks like Pirate Cove there. Or actually, that could be the main stage. Main stage, that's the closet. I'm thinking that's down the hallway. I don't know what this is. This almost looks like a curtained area. So kind of like the inside of the curtain area for there. That looks like the main party room. And I don't know what that... I think that's just like an arcade room. If I remember correctly, the first FNAF didn't have an arcade room. So that could be something else. They could be taking different locations and kind of merging them together, like FNAF 1 and FNAF 2. This camera shot would be that this camera here, because if you look at this, it's that camera there. However, this shot here, this is a shot later in the movie, or later in another trailer. I think it's the second trailer. This is obviously like one for one to the stage. This is that closet. But if you look, the monitors are a little bit different. Like, because you can see this one's vertical. This one's upright. This one's upright, and this one's upright. So if you go to here, it looks like this, like where he's watching this one is on the top row. So it would be this three sets here. Because it also combines with the notebooks and everything on top. So unless he's flipping through them individually. And then you've got our main character, Mike. Which, there's rumors in the game that Mike is actually Michael Afton. I don't think we're going to get that here. Because of... in the second trailer, which I'll show. That's apparently a Vanessa person. Her name is Vanessa. She plays a cop in the game. Yeah, that's supposed to be Michael's sister. It's this Saw-esque kind of trap. It makes me wonder, because those red eyes kind of remind me of the Vanny mask from Security Breach. But if you look closely, this is, I guess, a Bonnie head. This looks like a Bonnie head of some sort. I can't 100% tell. But the one thing that's throwing me off is our main character is not wearing this security outfit. But yet it jumps cuts. So I don't know if this is going to be like an earlier victim. This is supposed to be a dream sequence. Each one of these representing the 5 kids that were killed by William Afton. Chica, Freddy, Bonnie, Foxy, and then possibly Golden Freddy. And then there's our man, William Afton. Right there. Because my thing is, if this is William Afton, and Michael Afton is the one being hired, how would he not know that Michael Afton is trying to be a security guard? That's my big thing. So that's the first trailer. Go ahead and just watch the second trailer.
Hi, this is Mike. I was just calling to see if that job that you offered was still available.
Yes. The security guard.
I will take anything.
This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. They shut it down years ago. The owner's just not ready to let it go yet. All you have to do is keep your eyes on the monitor.
Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's, where fantasy and fun come to life.
In the 80s, kids went missing. The police searched Freddy's top to bottom. Technically, they're animatronics.
Tell me how to stop them.
It's too late.
Robbie, go!
Okay, so real quick, I gotta throw this out there. This ending little tag, the taxi driver, he's another YouTuber. I can't remember his name. But he's another, like, Five Nights at Freddy's content creator. Thank you, Corey Kenshin. Yes. But real quick, place was big in the 80s. The owner's just not ready to give it up yet. I wonder why. So I'm led to believe that a lot of what we're seeing is after FNAF 1. The reason I say that is because the restaurant's already shut down. The missing children's incidents has already happened. I don't know, like, timeline-wise, it could fall just about anywhere. I do wish they would show a little bit more of the outer area of FNAF, like, just like in the books and what it's shown with, you know, kind of detailed area of FNAF. Like, the place itself was built in the middle of almost nowhere. You can tell this place has been abandoned for a very long time, though. So I'm thinking this might be, like... So FNAF 1 wasn't the first location. I'm thinking timeline-wise, this kind of fits between Five Nights at Freddy's 1 and Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Which would make sense, given that Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is supposedly happening before FNAF 1. Because if you watch Matt Pat's timeline video, FNAF 2 happens in 87, FNAF 1 happens in the 90s. If we're kind of going around that same idea of this being in the 90s, I think that's kind of where this movie's letting off. The one thing I do want to, like, point out, though, this shot here, that was a great shot of Spring Bonnie. No, this is not Springtrap. For anybody, like, that gets confused, no, this is not Springtrap. This is Spring Bonnie. This is William Afton, not yet in a Springlock stuck state. I really hope that we see the Springlock animatronic or the Springlock suit failing on him. I really hope we see it, because then it'll bring light the mini game that we saw in, I believe it was FNAF 3, of him actually getting stuck in the suit. I'm extremely excited for this movie. I am 100% excited for it, and the fact that they're bringing in Five Nights at Freddy's creators, I'm down. All right, so this is the latest trailer, almost 2 weeks ago. It looked like Pirates Cove. Looks like they're breaking in.
I have a job.
That's good.
It's a security gig.
Hello?
Oh.
Welcome to Freddy's. Have you met them yet?
Met who?
Foxy, Bonnie, Chica, and Freddy.
What the heck?
Ghost children possessing giant robots? Tell me how to stop them.
You don't. It's too late. He's coming.
All right, so we got a better look at Michael Afton. That is definitely a Spring Bonnie suit rather than a fully endowed Spring Lock suit. I do like the kind of scariness of that. Like, that's terrifying with like the glowing white eyes. These guys, which apparently that guy's name is Hank. And also, if you couldn't tell, I wonder if there's a better shot. All right, so that shirt that he's wearing is actually from the in-universe game called Midnight Motorist, which was a game that you could unlock seeing a different like area and unlock a game called Later That Night. So that tells me a lot of the games that are in FNAF are in-universe games. At this section, I'm kind of curious about something. The way that's moving, that doesn't make it look like there's something inside of it. It's like something there's behind it. So it makes me wonder, is there a doorway behind it that leads to a bunker of some sort? Like the sister location bunker. I like this like little thing with the cupcake as well. With the whole dolly zoom going in and then it just attacking him. It really makes you think that the cupcake is a sentient animatronic by itself, and that's great. And right here, if you watch Bonnie's eyes, I'm going to see if I can put this in slower. Watch Bonnie's eyes there. It just opens. It's just the little things. It's the little, like, hints of life. I have my own theories about this cop. I think she's in on it. There was a part of the trailer I thought I saw, but I want to see if I can find it again. I can't remember where it was. So I want to know what part of the location they're at right here, because this does not look like a part of Freddy's. But yet Bonnie's there. It's just odd. Like this part right here. So that's the cop. That's the cop lady. She's not in uniform. But if you notice, a hand grabbed her. Right there. That hand looks familiar, doesn't it? That's Springtrap's hands, or Spring Bonnie's hands. That's Afton's hand. And then, hold on, I'll come back to that. Do we get a good look of who that is? We don't get a good look of who that is, but that's not Mike. Is that one of the guys that broke in, by chance? So, there's a chance that this guy opening it is the guy getting chased. By who, though, I have no idea. Like, there he is. That guy. Because of the denim jacket. But we see him running. We see him running down the hallway. See? He's got a duffel bag. He's got that kind of flannel with a jean jacket. He's running hard from something. And then you get that shot of Foxy. That's like straight out of the games. He's on rollers, though. He's not running that. But the timing of this looks a little off. This cut, I don't think is because of that. Because these are the front doors. That means Afton is actively at the front doors. He is keeping somebody in here. I personally think this is from the beginning of the movie. I have a whole theory for the FNAF timeline. But I have not had a chance to actually sit down and record it. I have my own theory of how the FNAF timeline is. But that's not for tonight. Tonight, I'm going based off the information I'm given, and the information that I'm given is that this FNAF movie looks really, really good. And I really want to go see it when it comes out in October.